You're still tuned into the morning show on this Morvite Monday. Now, look, the next guest that we have is someone I'm super excited to be talking to. Now, I know that I'm not the only one that's super excited about the latest edition of The Real Housewives of Cape Town. Kgosana, welcome to the morning show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about your involvement in the show and how that came about.
Cool. So on the franchise, I serve as series director.
Yeah.
And how that came about was actually quite an interesting thing. I was approached by the producer who was in the process of doing the final pitch of the series, and then she wrote me in and said, "Hey, how would you like to do Housewives with us?" And I was like, "Okay, this interesting. I've never really played in that space of structured reality. I've luckily watched a lot of Housewives, not by choice, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So it was quite a weird thing. It like came full circle from, sitting on the couch and being forced, the wife is like forcing you to watch Housewives.
Yeah.
And then I get to like pitch for it and direct it. So it was quite beautiful, really amazing experience, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
What comes then with being series director? What does that mean?
It basically means that everything in the show, from the shooting style to the styling of how the woman dressed, to the graphics, to just literally everything you see on screen has to be a decision that is made by somebody. And fortunately, I was given that big title to make those decisions. Yeah.
Now I can imagine you went from just being forced to watch it, and it's just not sometimes an interest that you would have, because obviously you have your partner that's just like, no, let's watch, look, this person is doing that and whatever. And now you are series director. I can imagine that you might have wished that you have watched it from a different eye. Do you have those wishes sometimes?
Not really. I think it's just I was able to see it from both sides, One being a technical person who's a creative, who's been in the industry, you're looking at content, but also it gave me a unique perspective of understanding it from a viewer's perspective, which is really cool, I
absolutely love that. Now, look, I think you were great in starting it off by saying it's structured reality, right? Because for us, we always have these questions. Is this really reality TV? How do they know to stop now? A fight is about to break out and all of that. What part of it is real and what part of it is somewhat, planned or prepared?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I get it a lot, actually. People are like, is it real? And I'm like, guys, you guys have no idea. So a lot of it, I would say 90% of it is real. Obviously, as a production, you have to be in control of certain elements, like we're gonna shoot at this place, and we need to clear it with the owners or whatever. But once the women are together, you really have no control. I know there's a scene we shot at a beautiful resort.
Yeah.
And it was this beautiful mimosa breakfast, and beautiful. The sun is the sunrise. The women look beautiful. They're walking out with their dresses, and it's like a hot tourist destination. So a fight broke out, and literally the people at the resort were there taking pictures with their phones and whatever, and that's reality, and that's how real it gets.
What are some of the pressures that come with, directing reality? Because I can imagine that now you're sometimes maybe thinking about the safety of the cast, but you also need to have this thing flow as naturally as it needs to. What are some of the challenges that you face as series director?
There's a lot of challenges, particularly because the wives are not trained talent. They're not presenters who work in the industry.
Yeah, they're living their lives.
So the challenge is managing them and bringing them into the environment of production, but you also have to create an environment where it's not work. You don't want it to be a set. It needs to just be real so that they can be themselves. So there's that challenge. And then with shooting in Cape Town, we filmed over the festive period. And if you've been in Cape Town over the festive period,
mayhem!
You can't get around. So just trying to get those permits, trying to get to those, those fine dining spots, it's very, very tricky.
Look, now there've been many incarnations of the Real Housewives franchise. We've seen Joburg, we've seen Durban, we've seen Lagos, just globally, right? What makes Cape Town different?
Firstly, it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world.
Yes.
And we were blessed with beautiful weather. So that alone, I was like, I already know I'm winning. Wherever I'm pointing my camera, you're just seeing beautiful scenic shots.
Sure.
Beautiful city, beautiful mixture of women. And you'd usually expect that there'd be some women that are a bit more softer, quiet. No, all my housewives are
love
big
it.
personalities, very strong,
Sure.
and just really great to watch. Yeah.
Sure. Like, look, we always just try to get like the secrets of these reality shows or just TV in general. What is that little secret that you could tell us about the cast? What can we expect from the cast of Real Housewives of Cape Town?
You can expect friendships that you didn't think were going to be happen, because
Okay.
some of these women, majority of them, I think, were kind of getting to know each other for the first time.
Sure.
And it's quite beautiful to see real friendships and bonds happen. So you're gonna see that. Of course, you're gonna see a lot of fighting, a lot of
women
yelling,
in one
shouting.
room.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'll give you this little nugget to say that wine is gonna be a big character.
How can
in
it
this
not?
season. Yeah.
Just before I let you go, I know that you have directed a film, A Safe Bet, starring Entle Mbali.
Yes.
Do you also tend to do more in the film space and give us more films, movies?
I think I'm a storyteller, and whatever medium I happen to be blessed with, or format I'm blessed with, I really just hone into making people feel what I feel when I'm at home and I'm watching content. I want to escape. I want to feel good. I want to feel sad. Sometimes you want to watch something and you want to be emotionally moved. So that's kind of what I try to do with my content. Yeah.
Look, this is a series that you definitely want to make sure that you are catching. That was series director for the very first season of Real Housewives of Cape Town, Kgosana Monchusi, with us on TMS. We'll take a break right now. We'll be back after this.
Roll out the gold carpet for the real queens of reality.
There's no minimalism in my house, darling.
I'm living the dream. It's my moment.
In Cape Town, everybody's got skeletons.